Yeah.
The bird.
Okay, well, it just shows what you can do with photography and the collage that I've learned in this group. Okie dokie, so let's do the next one. The next one is a style transfer, and you know that Mike was just saying he's a photographer, not an artist, but I'm not an artist either, but let's see what I did. This is actually, I just woke up one morning and went by my guest room and I saw a little sort of vase with holes in it that I just roughly put some silk flowers. And so I thought, oh, well, let me see what I can do with that. And this is Roy, you know, the style transfer, Roy Lichtenstein or whatever. That's that's the style render that I used. And I think it sort of worked. So that's that's my second shot. And and then the next one is again also photograph. And this was taken in Buenos Aires, and it's the Buenos Aires Cultural Center. But what I was trying to do was just show the shapes. And then, of course, I used the filters to color it because obviously we don't have a purple sky and green buildings. But so I just cut it out just to show the shapes of this building.
Nice.
I love that.
A lot of fun.
Good color choices too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I just have one comment.
Is this, who is this? Ted?
This is
That's Mike.
Oh, okay.
Just a quick comment on the one that you showed before with the red car in it.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. What I thought was strange to me, what makes it are the leaves or stones that are leaning up against the front tire.
Yes. Yes.
Thing.
Yes.
Interesting.
The stones. They were a whole bunch of stones. That's correct. Yes. And of course, we have beautiful stone walls, as you see in my area here. Look how beautiful it is. And Fernheim has the most beautiful stone walls I've ever seen, that whole farm area. So, yeah. Okay, I'll just take a gamble on this one, folks. But this was taken in Tel Aviv in the harbor. And it was not taken as something to share or anything like that. But then with the style render, this is what occurred. And it's the Cubist style render. And it's just a bunch of boats by the harbor in Tel Aviv. Okay.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay,
Nice.
thank you. That's it then. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
Are you going to turn me off then?
I'll turn you off. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Let's see. Sarah, we saw Mike's? We haven't seen yours. Do you like to show something?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
And I forgot to turn the recording on so that Susan's postcard and Janice's and Mike's pictures are not going to be on the recording. My apologies, people.
Oh.
Because that was very strong.
Maybe next time.
Next time.
Interesting, as always. This is Sarah.
Yes. Yeah, this is again an older photograph, and I wanted to create a different mood with it. It is the table and the window where I kind of raised and fed my children, and I wanted to make it more into a memory, and because it was more normal when I first took it.
That's nice. It does have that quality to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mood, another moody.
Quality.
Very dreamlike.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
dreamlike, isn't it? Yeah.
It's just another example of how, photography doesn't have to be like super sharp and crisp to make a really nice image.
Right.
I think the picture is perfectly placed too.
Yeah. Composition.
Yeah.
And I remember my mother used to send gifts by yes, and that tablecloth was a surprise gift. The man came up to my door with a box and brought that, and that was a long time ago. So this is meaningful for me, and I'm glad to be able to save it.
Wonderful.
Very nice.
The tablecloth looks as if it has texture. But is that just a print?
Yes, it's flowers. It's a wonderful, bright colored flowers. It's beautiful. I still have it. It's, you know, she only bought quality and I still have it and it's beautiful.
I really enjoy how that picture, the contour of the picture just gets lost into the shadow behind it.
Yes.
Thank you.
I find that really intriguing.
And that very mysterious, whatever it is behind the picture, it could be, it's probably just the curtains parted, but it also looks like a
Absolutely, it is.
vista of a building or a temple.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, a little
It's a
crack.
very mysterious painting. It's, well, painting. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is mysterious, really.
You almost think of the lamp as being sort of a spaceship or something like that, but that just, you know, it's not, you know, but it's just sort of like, oh, what is that? That's the first thing is, or is it a mountain or a hill or is it a building or, oh, it's the lamp, you know? And it just like, it's very nice.
I think of that as being a witness to the scene at the table.
Yeah.
And it was the light.
Yeah. I know.
What is it in the
Important.
background? Is there water in the background?
House. There's houses.
Yeah,
And the curtain is open just a wee little bit.
yeah.
And the window is open just, you know, a little above where the light fixture is, the window is open up to that point.
Well, it reads as water. I mean, with a reflection, that thing right above the vase or the picture looks like a reflection in the water or something, you know? I don't know,
Yeah,
that's just me, but it just reads to me like water with hills or mountains in the background and
Hmm.
I don't know. Everybody sees it differently, I guess, but I like it a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes, that, you know, memories can change and be clear and vague and then vague and clear. And that's what it represents to me.
Sarah, I like how that you remember the specific delivery of that tablecloth, because that back in the day, it was a special thing to get a delivery. Not
Yes.
so much anymore, but yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, because everybody, you see boxes and bags all over leaning against people's front doors, but that was special. And I do remember going to the door and getting that box and being so excited.
And it wasn't Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Probably.
She bought
Very-
everything at Gimbel's. It's from Gimbel's. Yeah.
Very
I have-
evocative, nostalgic. Very nice, Sarah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I do have one more,
All
if
right.
I can do. Just give me a second.
You know,
Here. I have it now. Now this, I'm going to show this next one, which is my dual personality,
Oh, boy.
what I work on.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is
You
fun.
may have already seen this one,
No,
but
No.
That's your alter ego?
this is definitely fun.
It's very punk rock.
yeah, this,
Yeah.
It is.
Punk rock.
yeah, that's
My
me.
lashes are really unique. They're like a peacock.
Yeah. Well, this was an old mannequin, and I've done so many things with her and portrayed her in so many different ways. But I loved her eyes and the eyelashes and the red, and I thought she was really good for telling people about the voting. And so it was, you know, I deliberately wanted to use her.
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
love the red color in the background. It's really striking. Riveting, actually.
Yeah, it grabs your attention.
It does, it really
Those
does.
eyebrows
Yeah.
or eyelashes.
And
Yeah,
the eyelashes matching the background too.
Yeah.
Yeah, her hair was bright red.
ah,
Wow. Yeah, Sarah, it's really strong. What it says to me is that that red is really confident and forward, and her eyelashes having that red. And it's like, I'm a woman and God damn it, I'm voting. I'm not voting for you.
We
That's what
already
it says to me.
voted. We voted. But, so I just wanted to show you my dual personality.
Well, that is certainly true.
Striking.
We like both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
That's great.
All right. Of course, Ron's just joined us. Do you have time to do something, Ron, or do
No,
you
I'm
want to
not,
just skip?
I'm gonna skip. I'm just gonna
Okay.
enjoy others' work.
Yeah. All right, Anders, were you able to find out if you have anything?
I don't have anything prepared. I think I showed the last time what I
All
had.
right.
So next time I'll get it.
All right, so I'm the last one.
Ted had something.
Yeah, I think Ted
Ted left.
left.
Well, he said he had one thing.
Yeah, he's not here. I think someone cut him off. He's sensitive about that.
Really?
Oh,
Who was it? Which one of us could it have been?
It was Janice and never mind. Don't dig
understand
too
it.
deep into
I'm
that.
sorry, that is funny.
All right. This is I've been experimenting with what Anders calls the Wombat the Dingbat. This is a Dingbat font. Every one of these has names. These are not real languages. They're from like science fiction and games. But I enjoy the look of them. Let's see. Here's another
That looks
Dingbat.
like Hebrew. That looks like Hebrew.
Yeah, it's but you can see the actual alphabet in the background, and I don't think I think it's an occult science fiction thing.
Hmm.
But it does, yes, that part of it. And this,
That's cool, Bob. I like this one.
Yeah.
all right, this is
That's cool.
a picture from a machine parts catalog that I distorted, and then I used a Dingbat font on the edge, on the border, on the frame, and I'm experimenting with that.
That's really good.
Thank you.
That would make a great cover to H.G. Wells's The Time Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It kind of looks like
That'd
my
be
sewing
neat.
table.
Yeah.
I see spools and things.
So Andy, you said that because that bright white in the background sort of suggests that there's something out there, right?
It's so wobbly that it looks like it's passing through dimensions, and it's some kind of machine that's going through time or something. It's warping, and the alien language, the Klingon script around the edges. It's very sci-fi.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat.
it looks like The Persistence of Memory by Dolly.
Oh right, yeah.
Clocks.
Yeah, drippy.
Yeah.
Okay, Carl is asking, can we see the original photograph from that?
I think not. I'm sorry, Carla. Or at least it would take me 10 minutes to dig it up.
What if she comes
And
back?
I'd have to move to another machine. I'll show you
Maybe-
what I used to get that effect was something in GIMP called Fractal Styles. And next week, let me show you the original and compare it with this.
I've never seen fractal styles in GIMP. Was
It's-
that French thing you had to add to GIMP?
GIMP, Gmics, yes, it's the
Yeah,
French
you have
thing.
to add the Gmic. I haven't done that yet. Right.
Okay, this is another dingbat font. And notice that I'm taking one of the characters and blowing it up
Mhm.
and laying it over the whole thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's not so obvious at first. But
Yeah, no,
yeah.
no, it's not. I like this. This is really,
And this is a very recent one, and I actually wanted to, this is how I'm viewing one form of my art, and I think somewhat it speaks to some of the stuff Jane does, is there's a scene, and it looks a little bit interesting, and the people sort of look like interesting, but you don't know what the hell's going on. There's some tension. Like this woman is holding a potted plant to her chest, and there's someone pulling up and getting out of an old car.
right.
And that's my approach to art these days, is you see these anomalous scenes that they're eye-filling, but you don't know what's going on. And
That's really, it leaves room for the imagination to fill things in.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
So Bob,
Happy.
I have two more. These are my election stuff. I've been writing about election stuff, and I've been illustrating them with Indian warriors.
Oh,
Bob, you've been
Um,
putting the I-98. Does that mean it was originally, I think you told us that was 98 days until the election,
No, it was until inauguration,
inauguration?
now you've changed.
Oh.
now-
January 20th.
Oh, now you've changed the whole thing.
Yes, yes,
So,
that's
Bob-
because I don't think, I'm worried until January 20th.
Yeah,
If you go back one slide, go back to that one slide. No, the one with the woman, you don't know what's going on in the
Oh,
car.
yeah.
To me, that also is an election piece. When I looked at that, I said, that is the way it feels in this world where you don't know what the hell's going on. You thought you understood things and now you don't. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's like a very disorienting kind of space. So I thought this was an election piece.
Interesting.
Yes.
Notice also that I used a dingbat font on the border again. But the two Indian warriors are from a book in 1914, and they sort of express my feeling that in some sense we're facing a last ditch. There's a last ditch extermination
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
here.
This looks like
But
a stamp to me, but I don't know why.
yes, they
border-
are iconic images.
Order, it's the
Maybe that's a,
shape and,
yeah, I guess maybe it's the dimensions.
yeah.
And you know what else? It is reminiscent of a monument,
Hmm.
you know, like a horse and rider monument.
Yeah.
It is a cliche. Both of them are cliches. The Indian warrior brandishing a spear. I think the title of this one was The Challenge. But
That's
Okay.
not grass underneath, is it? Is that like junk? Is that stuff?
yeah, I
What's-
think
what's
it's
the horse
scrub. I think they call it in the West. And,
okay.
and it's also distorted to some extent, some of the same distortions that you see in the frame. But
Carl is commenting that that would make a great stamp.
it would. It would. All right, well, that's
I like
what
that.
I
Can you
have.
show the other Indian one again? Yeah. I like that one. I prefer that. They like them both, but that one, I really like that one.
Okay, that's somewhat more modernized.
This guy's really neat. And
Hey, so Bob,
Purples.
the sky looks kind of trippy.
Yes, yes. All right.
Good.
It's 8 minutes to 8. Susan, do you want me to get the web page up, and do you want to talk about
Oh,
what's happening at the
sure.
festival?
Yes. Thank you. I always forget that that's something I'm supposed to do. Okay, so a couple of things to look forward to. One is that we have a lovely exhibition that is coming up. We have 2 exhibitions that are coming up that you should pay attention to. One is Chenlin Kay, who is a person in our universe that teaches, he's a teacher, and he also, he belonged to our club, and he had a special workshop that he did, Chenlin Kay. So we're going to be looking at an exhibition called A Memory of Yesterday, virtual group exhibition of Asian artists. These are all the students of Chenlin Kay. And there's a salon, and the salon is on a Friday night. So that's on October 30th, which I believe is a week from this Friday. So I plan to be there. It looks very interesting. And I believe that these students of Chenlin's are from around the world.
Wow.
So that'll be really different and refreshing, I think. Another thing that you ought to know about is there's a call for submissions. You probably know about this already, but the deadline is on November 7th, and that's for observing and breaking boundaries and limits. So much of the art that I see from the Tuesday Night Sharing folks are, so many of the pieces are perfect for this show.
Yeah.
And really, the theme is pretty open, but it's like how you think about observing boundaries, limits, and breaking the boundaries and the limits. So that's pretty much what is coming up immediately.
Okay, let me check member news. Well, of course, here's everyone's website. Do we have, Carla, do we have your website here? Carla's.
Oh,
we
Your
didn't really
website
get-
is great, Carla.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Carla's always.
It's
has a
so
great
rich.
website.
Wow.
It's got everything.
Yeah,
It's really
it is very unusual.
Thank you.
And Carla did a design for a voting design as well. Is that on your website, Carla?
Yeah, it is under graphic design.
Ooh.
Can we look at that? Yeah, because it's
Sure.
when Sarah showed her piece, it made me think of what what
You said
Carla had done.
pattern design,
Graphic design.
graphic design.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
very nice.
It's on a split, what is it called? Split flat display at La Colombe in Fishtown. Supposed to promote, it's a campaign to promote voting in Philadelphia. And it's a 9-panel split flat display.
How big is it?
That's great, Carla. It's fully professional,
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's really nice.
top notch.
I think it's just 3 by 3, like 3 by 3 feet. So it's like, yeah, it has like 9 panels. That's why I kind of designed it with that in mind.
Well, that's big. That's quite big.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
split flat things are like, what you used to see at the train stations.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like what they used to call, it's like the old, what digital used to be.
Like the flip, it had like a flip.
Yeah, it just like, those old clocks that
Yeah,
the numbers would flip over. That's what that is. So it's on one of those displays.
And we get to vote for our favorite design. We get to vote for our favorite vote design.
Yeah, through Oat Foundry, is who put it together. If I can find it, I can include the link on it.
do you want to take over the share screen? We're always happy to see your stuff, Carla.
Oh,
You said you didn't,
I don't really have anything new. I've been working for the census, and so
okay.
working 7 days a week, and I haven't really done. I have a few pieces I guess I could show that are new for me. I haven't really, I started doing some landscaping stuff or landscapes, and I haven't it's like my first foray into plein air. But I don't know, they're not that interesting.
If,
Oh,
if you're not ready, we can do it next week, but
Okay,
it was nice to have a glimpse of your excellence in that vote thing. That was
Oh,
very
thank
nice.
you.
Yeah.
That's really kind. Thanks.
And that would be good for that Breaking Boundaries show.
Oh, I could do, yeah, well, yeah, well, I'll see if I can find I think that link, if anybody wants to vote on it, here it is. I'll just put it
In the chat.
right here in the chat thing.
And what do you get if yours wins?
$250.
whoa,
Hey,
Art supplies.
4 free workshops.
Food for another week.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So everybody
A
vote.
lot on feed then, Carla.
Yeah, so it's if you go to that, if you click on that link, it's my design is number 14.
Let's do it.
I already did.
Send it to
I already
me, too.
did.
Send
I'll
it to
send
me,
it to
too.
you.
Very professional.
very
May,
Okay, we have 2 minutes left. Anybody have,
I have a
Anything?
question. I have a question.
mhm.
I have a question for Susan.
Ah.
Breaking boundaries. I mean, that's very challenging for someone such as myself.
Okay, well, do you want me to read
I
you?
never break any boundaries, so.
You do it all the time.
Yeah.
Really, you're doing it by composing an image from parts that don't normally go together. That is already breaking a boundary.
Oh,
So it can be literal, it can be stereotypes and roles, it can be breaking social norms and customs, it can have to do with science, and it can have to do with art styles. It can have to do with your own approach, changing your own approach to your work. But I would say that you are breaking boundaries in any one of your pieces where you're composing elements that don't normally go together.
okay, thank you.
And you know what? Nobody really cares. I'm just saying that if it's breaking boundaries, it's breaking boundaries. Nobody is going to challenge you on that.
Okay, all right.
When we were doing on the exhibition committee, we were hanging these shows, which was really fun because you never know what you're going to get. And then you open the door on Sunday and you have to figure out where everything's going to go and so forth. But there was a theme to every show. And I remember one time we did it and somebody had submitted something and we all pondered like, how does this even possibly relate to the theme? And then Cynthia asked the person and there was an explanation. We just didn't get it, you know? So it's, like I said, nobody's making any judgments. It's whatever you think it is.
Whatever you, okay, all right.
Yeah, you claim you're an artist.
Yeah, you do what you think is right, you know,
Right.
what you want to do.
Most important is to participate.
Yep.
Because it's more fun for everybody if we all participate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and just for the record, like I say, I didn't turn on the recording, so Mike's 3 excellent pieces and Sarah's 2 are not in the record. And if you stick around, if you can show them again, if everybody else can leave, is it too much trouble to ask you to show those again?
no trouble at all.
Okay,
Leave.
so let's call this over, but who else did we see? Did we miss?
Janice's piece.
Janice's postcard, Janice and Susan's postcard. All right, well, but Mike and Sarah, can you please do that? Because I want to get those on record. They were, and Anders missed them. They were very strong.
Okay, thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Rob.
Okay,
Till next time.
Thank you.
and I'm gonna hang around for Mike and Sarah.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
take care.
Everybody's welcome to hang around.
All righty.
All right.
Gotta go. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
bye, bye,
Bye.
bye.
do yours first?
Sure,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll do it for you. Should I do it now?
yeah.
Okay,
You mother. Oh, excuse my language. Did you hear that?
now,
Okay, see ya.
Okay,
Bye.
Andrews, thanks for
Bye,
coming
everyone.
by.
Bye-bye.
I'm having trouble finding the things on the bottom again.
the share thing.
There we go.
Okay,
I'm going to do Mike's first.
okay.
And I'll just,
Mike,
can I keep doing one after the other?
I think you're gonna have to
No,
exit
go
each
ahead.
time. All right, that's
Okay.
one. And exit and go to the next one. Let's not take time to admire them, although they are excellent.
It does-
All right.
Okay, here we go.
That's the one I wanted to see again. All right, very good. That's beautiful. And okay.
Now the next one.
Now the next one.
Anybody ever get divorced with Zoom?
Get what?
Divorced with Zoom.
Get the board? I missed that
Get-
word.
Divorced.
Divorced.
Divorced. For-
We're,
You heard about the
Yeah.
guy in New York who
I
found
I heard about that.
he
Oh,
muted
God, that,
he muted and then he
That poor-
stood up and fondled himself and he thought no one could see him.
all right.
okay, I got it now. So there's one more.
Yeah.
This one.
Right. Okay, and if it's not too much to ask, Sarah, would you do yours? Your vote?
Sure. Well, I'll do the pleasant, quiet me first.
We're getting much